Welcome back to Whitey's Speed Shop, home of the only speed shop without an actual shop. This is my 1966 Mustang, mine and my wife's. We've had it for about 2 years, put 35,000 miles on it, but sadly the inline 200 that's original to the car has developed a lifter tip. I've got a special surprise for something we're going to swap in here. And this is my 65 Mustang with a 289 and a 4-speed that I just got. That's going in that car. So come along and enjoy the ride. Alright, let's start by getting this thing as clean as we can. Then we'll see if we can get it running. Alright, now I want to get it sprayed off, get as much of this dust as I can off, so we'll tape up these holes and try to cover up the important bits real quick. Of course this isn't going to want to stick, but I want something to come off at least as good as possible. I'll be ginger about spraying right here and on the car. Yeah, that's sticking horribly. There we go. Like I said, we'll just be ginger about spraying right there. Alright, let's get it sprayed off. As per usual, I've come unprepared. I don't have a 1/2-inch drive ratchet to turn it over to see if it'll turn over. My 3/8 sockets aren't big enough to see if it'll turn over. And I'm pretty sure the dipstick tube is broke. So I don't know if there's oil in it. And I don't have any fresh oil. So we're gonna try and get this door open and clean the inside out at least. Here we go, diving into the rat-infested Mustang. The driver's door doesn't open. Mechanism is broke on the outside and the inside. So now I get to juke boy this thing. And then we just pop pop out on the other side. Like so. As you can see, 65. It's got this pillowcase, homemade looking dash cover. Door cards have been recovered. Got this horrifyingly disgusting bathroom carpet. Another one of these super professional door cards. And the headliner's falling out. Which is why I'm wearing a respirator, because I'm sure this thing is antivirus city. So we're gonna see if we can get most of this nasty crap out real quick. Alright, the fun part. Yay! It does have the Ford door seal plate still on there. That's cool. Alright, start ripping this crap out. Let me get a knife. Take two. Antifreeze jug probably overheats. Not the original air cleaner. A yardstick, maybe? Yummy. Nice. Give me those pliers. I apologize if I sound like Darth Vader in this thing, but it's quite gross. Got the original seat under this god-awful cover. There we go. Check that out. It's pretty cool. So it's probably Tahoe turquoise with the matching interior. So I got this cover off. Got a tub of grease stuck to the back of it. It's probably in the trunk, rolled around. Top's torn, but original back seat. Now we can get our first glimpse into the trunk. Oh, there's the other keystone. Heck yeah. The other keystone's back here. Let me bring you in here. I don't know if the camera will focus, but that's the other keystone that's missing on this side. So I got all four. All right, so we just saw the keystone. We're gonna see if we can get the bottom part of the back seat out real quick. Get this cover off, see what's underneath. Thankfully, it's already undone. And apparently what's underneath is rat's nest. Yummy. Got a chain of zip ties here. Let me get this cut off and I'll show you. All right, let's see if we can't get this mouse house vacuumed out of the seat. Couple updates. Got the door open. Just ripped the door card off. Arm, lever, whatever you want to call it, on both the exterior and interior handle were loose. Just pop that back on. Just got to put a clip on it. Got the back seat out. Starting to vacuum it. Got the keystone out, laid up against the other side. I'm gonna jack it up and see if we can get these front seats out real quick. Alright, we got it jacked up. Got our jack stand. See if we can't get this seat out. Got 4 bolts in the floor pan right there. Seat track bolts too. Get a socket, see if we can get it off. Toolkit, grab our sockets. Got a ratchet. May need an extension, I don't know. Get my light. Yeah, let me get an extension. Hope this car runs after we spend all this time cleaning the inside out for nothing. Still, it's cool to see the Tahoe turquoise interior and find that other keystone. Okay, what size is that? It's 9, so it's probably a half. It is a half. It's turning pretty good. Got a little crunch to it, but it wasn't. Didn't sound like it was gonna break. It's turning real easy now. Hopefully we'll get lucky on all these studs. We'll cut back once I get these out and get the seat pulled out so we can start pulling the carpet. Seats are out. Now we gotta get this gross carpet out. You can barely see it, but I have found a 7/16 snap-on wrench under the nasty carpet. I'm gonna polish it up. Hello. Now we're gonna get the rest of this carpet out.
I have a question, sir.
What's your question, sir?
Could I convince you to possibly scooch the truck forward a little?
I can. Okay.
He wants to go to the gas station.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Oh.
just got the shift boot off. We're gonna try and get this carpet out. Got 2 screws down there holding us in. Let's get those out. Can't tell if it's spinning on it or taking it out. There's one.
Guys, I have a feeling better than this one.
Yeah. I found the wing nut for the air cleaner.
Huh?
I found the wing nut for the air cleaner.
Oh.
There's a spacer for the wheel. I didn't pick up that wing nut and just threw it over there. Oh. Now let's see if we can't get this turd vacuumed out.
Ladies and germs, the ultimate find, if it'll focus. There it goes. We found the original keys under the carpet while vacuuming. You know what the dead thing is?
That dog?
No, this Mustang.
I don't know that thing.
As you can see, Caden has polished our horn button, making everything else in the car look 10 times worse. There's a little bit of patchwork done, couple pinholes. I don't know if you can see it. Custom pedals, you know, for race car reasons.
The duct tape really adds character.
It really does. But to be honest, this is, for something that sat for 30 years in a junkyard, this is pretty solid. And thankfully they make all these panels reproduction anyway, so we can patch her up and make her look good again. The floor is semi-clean and no more hepatitis A, B, C, D, hantavirus.
I don't think I want it.
All right.
I think I'm gonna go get a Carburetor.
Let's see if we can get this motard to spin over.
Motard.
Motard. There's a little bit. There's a little bit. A little bit more. The fan out of the way. We want to get it to spin at least 360 degrees. That way we know it's free all the way around.
Now everything is American on this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
360 bald eagles.
degrees just like universal everywhere?
I don't know. I think it is.
Imperial measurement.
Couldn't tell you on that one.
Wait, if I take this off, is it going to take the whole headlight with it?
No. It's got a different ring that holds. Yeah, it just takes that metal piece. Oh, no, that's like the headlight bucket, yeah.
This is going to come with the headlight bucket?
No.
And how do I
have to look at it and see, because I can't remember. All right, so we did this once already, but it didn't record any audio. So now we've got it hooked up. We'll turn it over. It's making a weird clunk sound. I'll show you why. Go ahead and turn it over. Okay. So if you'll notice, if the camera will show it, the oil pan has either bottomed out or been crushed. Not happy, not flat. I think the crank is scrubbing against it. So now we're going to pull the motor, get this oil pan off, try and straighten it, and hope to God that's the clunk. It's going? Okay.
Okay.
Well, get ready on the battery. We're going to see if it'll turn over with the key. If I can get the ignition to turn back over like I did a second ago. Just got to hold your mouth, right?
What? You gotta hold your mouth right. Oh.
There we go. The heater blower motor works.
I hear it moving stuff. Oh my goodness.
Boys, we got an ignition switch. We got a heater for some reason.
Dude.
My car's heater doesn't even work.
Belt turned.
See if the dash lights work.
Oh, they did. Yeah, let's bring that in here. Yeah, good idea.
Oh wait, do the headlights work?
Oh yeah, let's try that first. You got it?
Yes, it's on.
Let's turn the headlights on.
Passenger does, driver out.
Check that out. We got a Liggett.
That's why they took that off.
Dude, that's lit.
Let's try the tail lights. Watch for magic smoke. No tail lights. But we got one light and we had dash lights.
Turn on the blinker.
What if I hit the brake?
You can try it. May not do nothing.
Which pedal is it?
A whole bunch of nothing.
Hit the blinker.
Yeah, try the blinkers. Nah.
No.
Let's see the dash lights on, since I was in there by myself like a doofus. Oh, I'm sorry, Rob.
You're good.
The ignition, there we go. Alternator light. Blower motor's blowing. Does the radio work? I don't know where the power button is. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, the radio lights up. Ain't no way.
This thing's old enough that it only catches AM. Huh?
No. It's got FM.
96.9.
I'm trying.
Wait, I doubt the speakers work.
Are there even speakers?
Yeah, I bet the speakers aren't hooked. Oh, they work. They work. We got static.
Holy
It's
cow.
working. Seek. Pick up a station. But what's crazy, I have cassettes at home, so we could try the cassette player. All right, that's insane. That is so cool. That made this whole car worth it. Yep, we got to save the whole thing now. We're gonna lose the farm. That's crazy.
I don't care. It's not original. I think rotary Mustang is still.
Yeah.
Still.
You can stop it.
On that one. I'll give him that.
I'll give him. It is a cool idea.
The Mustang.
The Mustang. You know, will you turn the headlights off?
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I know how to.
Just push the thing in.
Yeah,
just kinda recording this whole
I saw
thing.
the big thing that said lights, and I was like, ah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's now a new day. Last time you seen us, we got the car to spin over with the key. We found the key. And off camera, we listened to the clunk again, and it sounded like it was in the bell housing, not the oil pan. I put my hand on the oil pan and didn't feel nothing. So, we're gonna see if we can't get the cover off if it has one. I can't remember if top loaders have them or not. If it has a cover, we'll see if we can see anything out of the ordinary in the flywheel bell housing area. Like that. Alright. I can't tell if you can. Alright. That was not, in fact, a inspection cover that you can remove. I'm assuming that this transmission is a T10 and not a top loader. I couldn't feel any bolts on top, but there's still hope. Still 4-speed, so that's a plus. We got a plug wire here that's broke and chewed through, so we're gonna replace it real quick. See if there's anything else that's broke. I don't see any. I have some extras I found in the trunk. I'll check the rest of these over. I could just buy some plug wires, but you know. Let me get something to pull this boot off. The wire pulled out. My toolbox is literally the trunk. Get these needle nose on here. Maybe we can get this boot off. It's stuck on there. It's almost like it's been sitting for 30 years. Well, there's a piece of it. There we go. There's that. That right there. Now, let's choose one of these orange hot rod looking wires. Okay. It's our number 1 plug too. Doesn't feel like it wants to go on. Oh, there it goes. Maybe. There's sirens in the background, the dog's howling too. That's funny. Let's try a different one. They don't really feel like it's going on too good. Try this one. Let's see. Is there even a conductor on this? Not even a conductor on that one. Barely one on there. It's maybe the one I was just using. What about this one? I can see that one. I'll try this one. Maybe it'll fit a little better. Yeah, that one clicked on a little better. Okay, now let's clean our points. I'm gonna assume that they are corroded, and I'm assuming, oh, that don't look good. That wire's all burnt up. That could be a problem. Screwdriver. I'm assuming they've had ignition issues. There's a lot of plug wires, and there's a rotor button in the trunk. All signs point to lack of ignition. Maybe we'll still get lucky. Oh yeah. Maybe we don't need that. Got a piece of emery cloth here. Sand these points down a little bit. good. Now, take our cap. Cap doesn't look very burnt up, which could be a good or bad thing. Let's put our ground on, positive on. I don't have the key on, so we're not gonna. But air compression, so that's good. Problem is, our points are broken and the contact is not moving at all. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. All right. Well, come on. Maybe you caught that. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. All right, we have returned from the auto parts store. Amazingly, AutoZone had a new set of points, and if I can get it out, a new condenser. So we're going to put those in and see if we get magic sparkles, since the other set of points was very broken and the ground wire to the condenser was non-existent.
Should we have gotten plug wires while we were there?
That would have probably been a good idea, but I did not. Okay.
I mean, they're open till 10.
Yeah. I'm trying to do it as stupidly cheap as possible. So we're going to use these nasty wires that have been in here for 30 years that are probably not going to ignite and do anything.
Where's that one broken one?
I took it off.
Oh.
I replaced it with one of those orange ones right before you got here.
Oh.
Yes. So then you take your wires and your screws and you put your points and stuff back in.
Oh, I don't see the point.
You will when it shocks you. Okay.
What's the point in all of this?
You can also adjust what they call dwell and whatnots and really get your spark going and bright.
And then it'll start right up in the wintertime?
Sure.
Sure.
You don't want to do this like super tight, but you don't want it loose either. And then
Red Loctite.
And then we put our condenser in, which I think was like this. I have a reference photo on my phone because I knew I'd forget in the 13 seconds it took us to go to the store.
It'll only go in one way, right, though?
Not necessarily.
Oh.
Theoretically speaking, yes, it should only go in one way, but I've done dumber things. Okay, now, I'm fairly 87% sure that that's correct.
Yeah, there's a random bolt. Wait, is that... There's a random bolt welded to the bottom of the battery tray
That's fine.
for support.
Yes, it's for emotional support. Okay. I was right. I'm slightly nervous about this very non-good looking wire, but you know, we're just gonna go with it.
Wing it. This wire looks really nice.
Yeah, we probably ought to replace that one too, huh? Okay. Now, can I get both of these on? There we go.
It's missing the little clippy for the wires.
Yeah. It's got it on that side. probably have one in my toolbox at work.
Why do you have everything for this car at work? When the car's here.
Let me answer that with a question. I don't know. That wasn't a question. All right, I need a, where's that ratchet? I need a 5/16 wrench. Bet I didn't bring one. Because I was like, I don't need something that small. And Joe didn't. Brought a 3/8 though. Got a 7/16. Let's see if we can get the ratchet on it. Doubtful.
So, are we gonna do anything with this body?
I would like to. I don't like how that's not very tight. Okay. Now, let's turn it over again and see if maybe we have magic sparkles.
I'm gonna hook up the oil pressure thingy in my pocket.
Oh yeah, let's do that too. That is a good idea. Oh, let's see if this will twist off.
I've got a feeling it's getting open. Is this supposed to be open on the top?
Yeah, that's just where a light bulb goes in so you can see it at night.
Oh, let's see.
Good news is well,
Now it's gonna be even shorter.
we should have bought the line. Well, that sucks.
Just wing it.
No, what we're gonna do is take,
This line.
yeah, we're gonna take this other very sketchy line and put this ferrule on and
I wish
try not to move it.
I wish that was in frame.
I know, right? That was funny. All right.
I'm over here just messing around trying to see the light through the little hole.
That's why you don't snatch things. Now, can we get the ferrule off? That's the...
You said Will Ferrell?
Yes. All right. We'll come back. All right, Caden's going inside to turn the ignition on and turn it over. We're gonna see if it builds oil pressure and see if the new points of condenser has spark. So ready when you are. All right. So far, neither one's moving.
Nothing?
No, not yet. Go ahead and spin it over. We got spark now. Very nice. All right, spin it over again. Let's see if we can get some oil pressure. Oh yeah. And the hose broke. But we have oil pressure.
Now we just need a new.
All right, new gauge on. Battery's hot. Ready when you are. It's coming. Very slowly, but it's coming. Yeah, if the battery doesn't die first. All right.
What did it stop at?
55. All right, we got good oil pressure. We got spark. So let's ever so slightly make the biggest mess humanly imaginable.
And flood the motor.
Yes.
And now it's gonna catch on fire.
Yes.
I feel like there's a better way. Siphon. Is there a fuel line? Do we have hose?
Way too much. Now, we will go get the fire extinguisher out of my other car. It's on, hook up the battery again. Make sure it's in neutral. March. I think it is. It is. All right.
Or is it just that loose?
No, it's in neutral. Moment of truth. Try it. It's that easy. It's that easy. It's that easy. Cut the key off. Get the battery hooked up. All right, Caden, whenever you're ready. Go ahead. Okay, so the carb is not functioning, but it idle, so go ahead one more time. She's a runner, and she idles. That's pretty crazy. 30 years and it's sitting here idling. Well, that's all the gas that was in it, but that's crazy. All right, sweet. So last clip you saw, we got this thing running, and it idled for a little bit. So now, let's see if we can get some antifreeze in here. We got some new plugs, wires. Got fresh oil in there. Got a recipe for everything to run right. I brought a fuel hose. We're gonna fill up a jerry can, see if the fuel pump will pull fuel. Get it to run and idle right. I'm gonna top this radiator off. It must have had a little bit in it at least. I say that, it sounds like it's drinking it now. There we go. Leave that off for now. Alright, we just got the rad topped off. Got some copper Autolite plugs, some Ultima plug wires, and we got a carb rebuild kit as well that we're gonna take this off and bring it back around, make it look good. You know, the nice part about these old motors, man, and the way I look at it, it's kind of compare it to life and telling others about Jesus. You know, you start with something that's locked up, trapped in sin, won't move, stuck in place, just lost. And somebody comes along, sometimes 30 years, comes in, frees it up, gives it a little spark, gives it a little ignition, fuel. You start to pray, you start to build up, you start to come closer. And before you know it, you're free. And it's running, turning over, spinning good. And it just keeps getting better and better, especially as you add more and more parts to it, more pieces, and draw closer to it. So we're gonna see if we can do that with this old one and make it right again. All right, well, since you just took the old coil wire off, there's the new one.
Old versus new?
Old versus new. Old, new.
This one's longer.
Yeah. And then we'll start pulling plugs.
Might be a dumb question, but is there a specific side?
Either side. That's the nice part about that. All right. The crappy part is going to be judging where these wires go, since none of these are the original size wires.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Maybe there is. Yes, there is a specific.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The small one.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that.
On the coil.
That's my bad.
I was like, why is it not going on?
Yeah. I lied.
Sick.
I guess if I'd looked at it for more than 2.5 seconds, I would have known.
Well, I looked at it for longer than that.
Yeah.
Didn't figure it out until I
You
tried.
figured it out. It just took a second. All right, first plug coming out.
Good.
Now, the nice part is we'll get a side by side and see. Now watch these be like brand new. Definitely not.
What do you mean? They're painted black.
Yeah. Get a comparison of
The new black spark plug versus the old chrome one.
shiny one, yeah.
Yeah, the old shiny one.
All right.
We should put Subaru horns on it.
Meep meep. It'd probably be just about that quiet with the original horn. Cylinder 1 new plug being installed. Now, where is the wire that I pulled off of this one? That's the battery cable. Is it this? Yeah.
Is that a bit long, or is that?
That one's pretty long.
Well,
So
it's not.
it's not horrible, but we need to save the long ones for the back.
So just grab a short one, I'm guessing.
Yeah, one that's medium range, not like the short. Well, actually, you probably could grab one of the shortest ones. We'll probably move them around a couple times once we get a couple on.
Well, actually, that's a really short one.
That's a different style coil wire.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's multiple. Wait, no.
I'm gonna be honest though, these plugs really don't look that bad. Or at least that plug. Caden's sorting through our wires, finding the perfect one.
Goldilocks wire.
The Goldilocks wire. They're probably all gonna be pretty long.
Is this like a semi-universal?
Yeah, usually they're kind of just made for like 289 specifically, not, specific to the car. Sometimes they are.
I feel like with the new car, they are.
Yeah, that one's just more of a generic kit. They're usually like 2 are the same length, and it's each set of 2 is about the same length. Like you got 2 really long ones, and then
There's 3 short ones.
yeah.
I think 2 medium ones.
So let's grab one of the shortest ones.
Or 3, 4.
Yeah, just one of those short ones will do.
Sure.
Yep, looks good to me.
It smells like audiobooks. I don't think anyone watching will get that reference.
Probably not, but that's okay.
Unless they're from the area.
Yeah, right. Sit on the plug a lot better.
And then they'll be like, oh, I know where that is.
I know where that is. I can find these guys.
I'm going to show up to their house.
Steal their car.
Steal the Mustang that doesn't move.
We'll hold on to these plug wires.
Another short one, probably?
Yeah, that's actually even closer than the last one, so. You want to make sure you grab a wobble head socket and a wobble ratchet so everything wobbles and nothing stays in place.
No, just be like a Subaru and pull the whole motor out for spark plugs.
Yeah, right. Let me grab that ratchet out of this Craftsman kit. Maybe I can get enough leverage with this.
Be annoying and hook up the plug wire to the spark plug before you can put the plug on.
Right.
Ooh, it's ready.
All right. We'll get all these plugs out and then we'll come right back. New plug wires and plugs installed. Couple updates. We got plugs and wires. We got fresh antifreeze. The battery's been charged. Got a jerry can hooked up. And this new fuel hose. We're gonna see if the fuel pump works. So Caden, if you want to get inside and get on the ignition. Let me hook the positive cable up. All right, you should be hot and ready to go. Hang on. All right, go ahead. All right, hang on. We'll give it a little more juice. It's not pulling from the pump yet, or the jerry can yet.
We're just putting an electric fuel pump in it.
Yeah, I guess I could have. Could have brought that one from work.
You had one?
We have one at work.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess the point of this is seeing if that fuel pump works.
Yeah, that's kind of the theory right now. All right, I got a little bit down the vent, and I got some in the carb, so.
Ready?
Yeah, let me get this on. Should have grabbed the.
Wipe it up first.
Yeah, let me have a towel real quick. Let me get it. We'll clean that off a little bit. I could have just sprayed brake clean and kept it running. Making my life harder when I go to.
Is that chlorinated brake clean?
I don't know. All right, try it.
Why are you not turning?
The key, you're gonna have to like wiggle it. You want me to do it?
Okay.
You got it? It might be safe to say the fuel pump's working. It is. You can see it down in the jerry can pumping.
Open it and leave the coolant thing?
Yeah, I guess we should. Carb's flooding.
I can't get the cap off.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Nice.
How do we stop the carb from doing that?
Hopefully, this never works for me, but hopefully we can just bang on it and get the needle seat to get unstuck because it's probably gummed up and sticking. Or the float has pinholes in it and
Smells kind of interesting.
like I said, this usually never works for me. But supposedly you can tap on it and it may knock whatever's holding the...
Get the sledgehammer.
Yeah, right. I'm going to take the camera to the back this time so we can get an exhaust note for once. All right, I got the camera back here so we can get an exhaust note. The carb is flooding a little bit, but we've tapped on it. Hopefully that'll resolve that issue.
Big chillin'.
All right, big chillings. Go ahead. Come check out all the rat's nests that blew out. All right. It's now been a day or two. Last clip you watched, we got it running again and the carb started flooding, which I kind of figured it would. So, taking the Autolite 2100 to work and rebuilt it, cleaned it. Came out pretty good. It's not perfect. Would have been a lot better if I had my ultrasonic cleaner, but it's clean. One of the jets was completely plugged, and the other one you could barely see daylight through. So the fact that this thing ran is a miracle. So let's get this gasket off. I got new hardware too. We're gonna put shiny new nuts and washers to hold this down. But we got new gaskets. The jets aren't plugged, blew air through everything. So hopefully it already ran, but hopefully it'll run even better now. I actually want to rev up and idle, not flood anymore. I got a fresh fuel filter we're gonna pop on. I got new fuel hose. I got a whole roll of it. So we'll put that on and replace this filter with the wicks and go from there, see what we get. Oh, me. Let me run to the truck and go get my other gasket. I'll be right back. Alright, I got our base plate gaskets. I don't think I mentioned it. I didn't bring the camera with me to work when I rebuilt this, so I'll put up some before and after photos at least to show you what it looked like. You can see the jets and stuff. It was not a happy camper. Let's get some old gaskets off. There we go. I have a razor blade. I got my pocket knife. I can at least kind of scrape some of this crap off. Get it in the motor. I'm still amazed this thing ran as good as it did. I mean, like we said, it's been sitting since 1995. It's been 30 years. Let's put the new ones on. I go like this. Okay. Put our spacer on. All the Hearst purrs. You can jump a Coke can in a parking lot with 4 flat tires. Alright. You trim that off. It's hitting this clamp. Or I could just spin the clamp around. Get some pliers and spin that around. Vacuum line hose for PCV. Old style clamp. Got that wheel spin. Let's go at it from this angle. There we go. There we go. Now it should interfere. It's still kind of hidden. Let's push it down a little more. Survey says close enough. All right. Put the fire boom boom machine on. Beautiful. Grab my new hardware so it looks like we did something. I think these are 15, 24, or 5/16s, 24 nuts. Shiny new hardware, washers. I know the rest of the car looks like crap, but it's fun putting shiny parts on even old junk like this. And one day I decided to finally not wear a hat and let my hair be normal. It's windy as all get out. We had a huge storm last night, which is not common out here. So that was nice. It's kind of weird how the rain works out here. It's like The ground's so dry, even when it rains really hard and thunderstorms and stuff, the ground dries up like within an hour by the time you wake up. It does not last long. Compared to in the south where I'm from. It's just a different world. It's neat. Alright, got our nuts started. This last one started. It's like almost a cross thread. There we go. Get a 1/2 inch. Finally remembered to bring ratcheting wrenches instead of just normal wrenches. Let's see. There's a 1/2. Starting to look like we've done something. Got some shiny new wires, shiny oil cap, new plugs, carburetor's all cleaned up. Alright. That helps you go the right way. Started going down. I can't really get the ratcheting wrench on. Let me get these started and I'll come back. Alright. Car's back mounted. We got the fuel line hooked up. We're gonna replace the rubber hoses, the filter, that rubber hose. And then we're gonna run a length of hose again to the jerry can. I guess let's get started on that. We should be good. Let me get a screwdriver. This unhooked. I figure since we rebuilt the car, we know the fuel out of the jerry can's fresh, but we gotta filtering out any crud in the metal lines that we might have been sucking in. Let's see if we can get this filter off. When we get the filter off, we might can get an idea of what was coming through the tank and what was feeding into the car, because like I said, it was nasty inside. I may just cut this. Be the easiest thing. I want to tear up these metal lines. I don't want to have to remake them. Not right now. Get these clamps loose. Alright. Go ahead and cut this off. Okay, there's one in. Here's the other. Doesn't say what brand it is, but it says made in the USA, so you know it's probably pretty old. You know, we don't take pride in anything here anymore. Where's this hose off? There we go. Let's get the other end off. Okay. Cool. Now, let's get our shiny new wicks. Get that off. Clamps. Set that right there. Let's just cut a piece. Right here. Let's say about yay long. I need to sharpen this stupid thing. Okay. That's that. Let's use this one. It's got an arrow, tells you which way it flows. Clamp on. Socket on that in a second. Slide the clamp on here. We'll slide it onto the pump. Get that tight as we can. I've seen people use these other style band clamps with the little, it's got these little twist tabs. I don't really like them. They work, I just can't seem to get them tight enough sometimes. Get this other band clamp tight. I like to get them tight enough to where you just see the rubber squeezing through the holes a little bit. Alright, now, roughly about yay long. Okay, cut off another piece. And this dull case knife. Go. I didn't bring enough clamps, so we'll just reuse one of these old ones for the time being. I may have to trim this down. Wrench down, wrench down. Okay. That could be okay. We'll roll with it and see what happens. As long as it's not kinked or nothing, it's not. Grab this wrench. Alright, let's get these other two clamps tight. And then I think we're ready to go get the jerry can and try firing her up again. I want to get it running long enough to get it heat cycle through, make sure the head gaskets are good, and, you know, see what all needs to be worked on, see what leaks we got, if any. Like I said, I'm pulling this motor out to put it in that orange car. I'm going to reseal the motor anyways, but if I don't have to pull the heads off, I'm probably not going to. Even though that may come back to bite me. Hopefully not. I'll get a socket on that. That's a quarter. There we go. It's a lot easier. Yeah, it's tight enough. We'll get this tighter. It should be good. Oh. Alright. Hopefully all those are tight enough for testing purposes. I'll set our old pressure gauge back up here. And let me cut another length of hose. Yay long. I'll stick this in the jerry can. Alright, we'll go get the jerry can, get it hooked up, and then we'll come back. Alright, moment of truth. We got the rebuilt carb on. We're going to see if it doesn't flood. Low pressure gauge, fuel filter, watch for that to fill up. And hopefully she'll sit here and idle and run like a kitten. Purr like a kitten, run like a kitten. You know, run like a kitten, that's how it goes. Prime this a little bit. Way too much. Hopefully that'll be enough to get it running, long enough to get the fuel pump full fuel. Oh, I need to hook up that spring too. Let me do that real quick. Okay, finally got the throttle linkage hooked back up. Let's fire it up and see what happens. Of course the key sticks when I want to do it on camera. Come on. There we go. There it goes. Oh, it's flooding like crazy. Okay, new plan. We're gonna pull the carb back off. We're going to take the float out and replace the needle seat with the old needle seat because they both stuck. This one felt better than the other one. But beforehand it wasn't flooding and it would idle. But that was probably also because the jets were plugged. We'll take it apart and see if we can make it a little better. Maybe. Alright. Let's see if we can figure out the root cause of this thing. Tab seems to be bent too far once you put the needle on. Take some pliers, see if we can bend that a little bit. Because when there's no needle on it, it floats like it's... This is probably because there's no needle. Let's see. Oh man. Just grab this needle. Get that down in the seat. dropping now. I wasn't doing that before. Let's try that. I know it's supposed to drop, but that's how it was acting before, so I just assumed maybe this one might be different. I was wrong. I kind of figured it was going to leak, but never know till you try. Hopefully this will resolve our issue. Put that center stud in. Get these screws started, we'll get it popped back on, and hopefully this time it'll run for more than 10 seconds. Alright, and then we got our float adjusted. Let's see if I fixed it. Keys out my pocket. This thing never sticks until I get on camera. I shouldn't have done that. Hang on, here we go. All right, the float adjustment fixed our flooding issue, it seems. We've got about 57 pounds of oil pressure, fuel filter's full. Just let it sit here and idle for a minute, see what happens. I want to rev it. Sounds like we got a vacuum leak somewhere. Well, we're idling, so that's good. See if our temp gauge moves. So far it hadn't. It's actually going up a little bit. Oh gosh, what was that? Oh, had an extension fall off. All right. Blowing the cobwebs off. I see we got a coolant leak in one of these heater hoses. Yeah, right here in this fitting. And on the timing cover. That's to be expected though. Temp gauge still hasn't moved, but probably not hooked up. I'm glad I didn't give up on it there. I was getting kind of frustrated. I wanted to just give up and go home, but 5 minutes of float adjustment, we got it running again. go. She's warmed up now. Definitely leaking coolant. I just got sprayed in the face really bad. Nice. Very nice. Take you around back, get exhaust note again. I say exhaust note like this thing sounds good. I think it sounds worse back here. Pretty cool, pretty cool. 30 years. Back running. I'm gonna let it keep running and cycle through and see what happens. It's been sitting here running for about 5 minutes. I'm trying to zoom in. Brand new carb kit. And this accelerator pump diaphragm's leaking already. Let's see if I can catch it on camera. See it shooting out right there? Uh-oh, killed it. This is funny. I thought I lost spark in that, or thought I killed it in that last clip. We lost spark. I forgot to tighten that down. I had just had it hand tight and those wires come loose and we lost spark. Let me get those back on. All right, now that we got our condenser and points hooked back up, let's see if it fires right back up. It would help if I hook up the battery. It's getting warm. Feels like it's actually building up pressure. There we go. Oh, looky there. Ain't gonna do nothing, you got fuel but no spark. We're back. Sweet. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Cool. Oh, me. I guess I'm gonna have to replace that diaphragm, even though I just replaced it. The joys of Mexican Chinesium, chicken lo mein, not made in America. Here's your carburetor parts. Feels like the thermostat's open, or it's just getting really hot and it's stuck. But the hose is hot. I forgot there's an aftermarket gauge in here. That may be the temp gauge. I was looking at the factory cluster. This may be what's hooked up. Well, according to this, we're at like 140. And maybe climbing, I can't tell. We'll check that in just a second. Like I said, now it's idling on its own, revving up, doing like it's supposed to. 2 little hiccups, load adjustment. Our wires come loose because I tightened those with my hand. I didn't have a 5/16 wrench when I put the distributor back together a couple days ago. Forgot about that. It's pretty crazy though. It hasn't really leaked any more coolant out of this little patch right here for the heater hose. Fuel filter's full, it's pumping good. The oil pressure's still good. Nice little runner for something that's sat for 30 years. Snappy. I need to put an actual return spring on there. See if that temp gauge moved. Especially since I'm I'm sitting here revving it up. I don't think it has. It's either stuck at 140. That's probably more like 150. It's kind of hard to read. It's in between 130 and 190. But I don't think it's moved since I looked at it the last time, so. Keep hitting my head on the roof. We'll let it run a couple more minutes, depending on how it feels, and then we'll shut her down. Actually, let's cut it off and then see if it'll fire right back up. That'll tell us how good our timing is too, without actually hooking it up. Off, key on. Man, 30 years, you can't ask for nothing better. Fired right up. Yeah, I think this is going to be a perfect candidate for that orange Mustang of ours. I say orange, it's actually poppy red. Looks like the General Lee to me. Cool. Ladies and germs, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. I hope you'll consider subscribing. I just got done recording guitar parts for it. I'm going to send you guys off with a prayer. I appreciate you watching. And we'll just get to it. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for this video and the group of friends that helped out. Caden, little homie, Rob, Kyle, all those guys. Thank you for this great friendships we all have. I appreciate another opportunity to work on something so cool, and I hope everybody else enjoyed watching. I pray you bless everyone that sees this. Thank you for a great day and a great video. Forgive us where we fail you. In Jesus' name, amen. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the ride.